What's good, everybody? It's Wolf94. So I started playing Pokemon Yellow from the virtual eShop for the Nintendo 3DS. I bought that game pretty much when it got released on the Nintendo 3DS over there, and I got it from the eShop, but I didn't get quite around playing it. But I actually started playing it. I think it might even be like a month ago right now, but I'm really far in the game, but I'm taking my time, training the Pokemon, trying to catch Pokemon with good DVs, not IVs, and shit, doing all that. And it got me thinking about, competitive Pokemon serious competitive battling for these older games and, the older formats. I guess that's the word. For, the original generation, red, blue, and yellow. Then you got gold and silver. And then, of course, one of my favorites, the Hoenn metagame in third generation, where we got the EVs and shit, but there was still, uh, it was still before the physical and special distinction that happened between types. Uh, the split was still among the types. For example, fire was special, dark was special, fighting was physical, before the split happened in the DP, if I'm making any sense. But yeah, that was cool too. So it really got me thinking about these competitive formats because, with the new games right now, especially with Sun and Moon, with the whole thing they did with the bottle caps and shit, it has become as easy as possible, easier than ever to uh, basically get any Pokemon, even ones that completely suck IV-wise, and make them perfect in terms of IVs, and you got the right nature on and you EV train them and they're good to go. You've got a competitively perfect Pokemon, not even the slightest disadvantage stat-wise. So, it's easy nowadays with those games. So if you do Wi-Fi battling and shit like that, which I don't have time to do unfortunately anymore, but I hope I get to it sooner or later, uh, you're good to go. But with these older games, it's still hard. Now, granted, I actually found out that in the older games, like before they introduced IVs and it was the DV concept, it's actually much easier to try to farm, I guess, or just try to get some close to perfect Pokemon. It's still going to be impossible for you to get perfect DVs like 15 in all stats, especially when with Gold and Silver, when you had the special defense and special attack, not just special from yellow. But it's much easier to at least get good enough DVs, like have like maybe 12, and you got 15 to a couple of stats, and then you got maybe 13 and 12 and shit like this, and some others, and you're kind of close to perfect. It's still passable. It's all right. So I found that out playing yellow and doing all these sorts of shits. But since they released the original games on the eShop. They released the Gold and Silver, and I think by now Crystal is available too, or it might be soon. But I know it's coming in January. I think it was like 18th, 19th of January, maybe. I don't know. It could be out for all I know. But yeah, so that's gonna come out too, and I'm hoping eventually, like after some years, uh, it'll be the turn of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, so I can play them for the billionth time, like I haven't played them enough already. But, I do understand them not being able to support these games, with Wi-Fi. You can still do local trading and battling and shit, but not Wi-Fi, but it would have been cool. In the beginning, I thought you could do Wi-Fi too, to be honest, but it would have been nice. And, it really makes me want to play those competitive formats and do that kind of shit. Uh, we never got to experience them unless you were using like servers like Shoddy Battle and stuff like that from Smoke On all the way back when. You didn't really experience competitive battling for these older generations. Like Diamond and Pearl was really where it brought like the competitive aspect of the game to the masses, let's say, to the average Pokemon gamer, the average Pokemon player. And it kind of became a more standardized thing because it was easier, with the DS and stuff. Fucking around with, servers and all that kind of shit. It's just, yeah, it was impossible for most of us. We might have been like, I mean, for me, I was too young anyway. We were like young kids, and no matter what, it wasn't easy. I mean, these days you have Pokemon Showdown, and if I'm not mistaken, you can do like older formats and stuff like that with Pokemon Showdown. I could be wrong, but there probably are ways. But there's nothing like doing it on the cartridge and doing it, how it, I don't want to say how it should be, but doing it the original kind of way, I guess, maybe the standard way. So yeah, I wish I did have like somebody to play like competitive battles with yellow, that kind of format, and then gold and silver and shit, and what have you. But the problem is, the point of this video is that for these older games, especially Ruby and Sapphire, it's impossible. You're not gonna be able to get like good IVs and shit. Even if you breed, I've come close with my Pokemon Emerald. I've made some very impressive competitive Pokemon for the Battle Frontier and shit. And some of them you might even see like in some of my very, very old YouTube videos here where I play the frontiers with the gold symbols and silver symbols and what have you. But it's impossible. You're not going to get them perfect. So I really wish they modified the games in a way or it included something so that maybe you could do some of these tricks that we can do in Sun and Moon, and even like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y. Because, yeah, I guess it would alter the game and it wouldn't be like the original shit, but if you do it in a certain way that it just adds this to make IV breeding or IV stuff easier and nothing else happens, I would be very welcome. I would be all for it because those formats are unique, they're special, they're different from today's formats. In the same way with the TCG, you can't really compare the TCG metagame today with how it was in the EX series and the Diamond and Pearl series and even the Wizard series and stuff. It's different metagames, it's different stuff. It's like a whole different game, a different experience. So yeah, I would really like to play like the Hoenn formats too. Like, a lot of Pokemon like Blaziken before he got the speed boost, and Regice and Cloyster. Those Pokemon were like top dogs back then. And well, at least Blaziken wasn't top dog, but he was very good. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, you get to experience different formats and different shit. And I really want to do that, but it's gonna be hard. Like even if you have somebody that's down, you both have these cartridge games and oh well, the eShop versions, of course, and you guys are down with doing this shit. It might be hard, with the IVs and shit. I guess you could still just play and not care about that, but I think for the best experience, uh, having the max IVs, DVs, I guess in this case, and all that stuff, would be cool. But yeah, it's just something that came to my mind. Playing yellow, I played silver a little bit too, just because I wanted to do some trade shit and do for the uh, put, put trade a Pokemon with cut from silver to yellow, just so that I don't get the uh, HM from the dude in the SSN, just so I can do like the whole truck commute thing, see what's gonna be, what's it all about. I mean, I did this in Fire and Leaf Green, but it doesn't work here. I think it might work. The whole glitch thing, whatever. I just wanna go find the truck over there anyway. But yeah, that's it. And it's different shit. It's different formats. It's good to experience them. I mean, this is my first time actually playing Pokemon Yellow. I've learned that there's a lot of differences, more differences than I thought there would be, like with the types too, not the stats, and really a lack of moves and shit. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting Crystal, of course, and Gold. I plan to get all the games. Red, Blue, I'm not gonna get, but uh, for Silver, Gold, and Crystal, you have to. I mean, really have to. But I'm gonna take my time, do all my shit. and hope, you know, I managed to do these competitive Pokemons and shit. I should be good. It's gonna be a long way, but I've done this in Emerald. I've done this before. I've been training Pokemon all my life. Like before we got the easy ways in Sun and Moon and shit, and even Black and White and shit. Like the hard way, like the hatch an egg, train a Pokemon to level 100 without any experience bullshit, modifiers and shit. The hard road. But anyways, so Saberwolf94. Hope you guys enjoyed. Man, I did this. Started from the end. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. Tell me what you guys think. I know some other people might be interested in these formats and shit. Or maybe it's just me because I'm crazy. But yeah. And yeah, Saberwolf94. Now I'm supposed to say it. And what's up?